Hello little friends, how are you? Welcome to your second lesson of algebra. Today we are going to learn expanding the terms. So let's start over with our examples. In your last lesson, you have learned that how we collect the terms. For example, look at this question. I have x plus y plus 2x plus 3y. How we need to do this? We need to collect the terms, that is x plus 2x, then y terms, and we can add their coefficients, that is 1 plus 2 will give me 3x. So you know that variable is not going to change as we have already done it. So this is going to give me 4y. Okay, so this was your quick recap. Okay, now as you have been doing these type of questions, look at, you know that from year 2 to so on, that 2 plus 2 plus 2 means how many times 2? How many times 2? 4 times 2, right? In the same way, if I write 4 plus 4 plus 4, how many times 4? 3 times 4. Okay, that means that 4 is not going to change. You are just writing the number by which it has been added. 3 times it has been added, so we need to write it 3 times 4. So the same thing if I do over here, like x plus x plus x. What do we mean by that? It means x is not going to change. We need to multiply it by 3. So I can write it 3 times x. Okay, so 3 times x means 3x. Understand? In the same way, if I have y plus y plus y plus y, it means how many times y? 4 times y. So 4 times y is equals to 4y. Yes, so you already know that when you add the letters, it will give you 4y because you need to add only the coefficients. But other thing I need to tell you that is when you write like 4y means that 4 is being multiplied with y. The same thing we are going to learn today. For example, if I say I need to expand this bracket, how I can expand this bracket? You know that 2 is outside the bracket and it means that we need to multiply 2 with this bracket. Okay, so 2 times x and then the next one is plus y. 2 times y. Okay, 2 times x means 2x and 2 times y means 2y. So this is your answer. In the same way, for example, if I have x squared plus 3y, okay, need to multiply it by 4. How can you expand your bracket? Again, you need to multiply this number inside. So 4 times x squared and 4 times 3 will give you 12 and y will remain as it is. So 4 times x squared means 4x squared. 12 times y is y. So 4x squared plus 12y is your answer. Okay, now look at these expressions. Expand and simplify. What we need to do, we need to expand the brackets. The same thing we have to do one by one. That means 3 will be multiplied inside the bracket. So 3 times 4 will give you 12 and this x is multiplying with 12 means it will give you 12x. Okay, so I can directly write over here now 12x. Okay, 3 times 4 is 12 and x will be remain as it is. Now the next number is minus 1. So you need to multiply 3 with minus 1. Okay, why I'm telling you like this? Because you need to be very careful about your signs. So 3 times minus 1 will give you minus 3. Okay, so I'm writing here minus 3 because plus minus in your multiplication and division give you minus. Minus plus plus minus equals to minus. When the signs are same, your answer will be positive. Okay, so now this is the answer of the first expression and the second one is minus 2 times x is 2x. And now look at here carefully. This is minus sign. So you need to multiply minus and plus. When you multiply minus and plus, it will give you minus. So it will give me minus 2 times 4 equals to 8. Yes, this is very important thing, expanding your brackets and for your BODMAS. Okay, now we are done with expanding the brackets. We have to collect the terms now. X terms I am collecting over here, that is 12x, and the second one is minus 2x. Remember, minus 2x. Sign is very important. Then what is left? Minus 3 minus 8. Now we can do it easily. That means 12 minus 2 will give me 10. X is not going to change because 12 apples minus 2 apples will give you 10 apples. In the same way, look at this, minus 3 minus 8. Signs are same. You need to add your numbers, okay? But the sign of the big number you need to write, that is 8, in your addition and subtraction. So 3 plus 8 will give me 11. Minus 11 is your answer of minus 3 minus 8. Okay, so now let's do the next question, and here you need to again expand the bracket. Again you need to multiply 3 inside your bracket. That means 3 times 4, 12, and x is going to remain same. 3 times 8 is 24, and now look at, I'm just opening my bracket. There is no number outside the bracket. Look at, there is no number outside the bracket. It means there is 1 outside, but there is a sign that is negative. So that's very important thing. There is negative sign outside. It means this sign needs to be multiplied. Minus times 7x of course will give you simply 7x, but this minus when will multiply it with minus means minus times minus, what it will give you? Look at, the signs are same, they will become plus now. Okay, so now it's gonna give you plus 2. So that thing you need to practice, minus times minus plus always. Okay, now what next we need to do? We need to collect the like terms, that is 12x, and here it is minus 7x. Then which one is the next one? Number 24 and plus 2. So now we can do 12 minus 7 will give us 5, and x is going to remain same. Then 24 plus 2 is 26. Okay, so this is your answer. Okay, now look at this question. This is again very easy. You need to multiply 9 inside, and it will give you 9 times a. 9 times a means 9a. So I'm writing here 9a. Then in the second number you need to multiply 9 times 2, that is 18. So look at, I have just written my sign as it is over here. Why? Because there was no sign with 9, that means it was plus sign. So plus sign times minus sign gives you minus. So now what we need to do? 4a plus 3, and we can collect the like terms. That means 9a plus 4a and minus 18 plus 3. So 9 plus 4 means 13a and minus 18 plus 3. Now signs are different. You need to take away. Okay, 18 minus 3 will give you 15, and the sign of the big number is minus, so it would be minus 15. Okay, so now look at this question. It's a bit difficult but not really, so let's start doing this. Look at, again we need to do the same thing over here. What we need to do, we need to expand the bracket, and you need to multiply this 4 inside. Okay, we have 4 times, here we have minus 3z. Okay, 4 times minus 3 and z. So what the next we need to do? 4 times 4 I'm writing directly because here is no sign problem. So 4 times 4 is 16. Then I have plus 5 minus 60 and plus 3z and minus 40. Okay, now what we can do, we can multiply 4 times 3, that is 12, and z is going to remain same. But look at this minus. Minus plus will give you minus in multiplication, right? So here now we can collect our terms, and this is plus 16 plus 5. We can add them, that's gonna give us 21. Okay, so now here you can see minus 60 plus 3z and minus 40. Let's do it in the next step. So here I'm going to collect now z terms, that is minus 12z plus 3z. Here I have minus 60 and minus 40, where I have left with plus 21 at the end. Okay, now minus 12z plus 3z will give you what? What's gonna give you? Minus 12 plus 3. Again, the signs are different. What you need to do, take away. So 12 minus 3 will give you 9, but the sign of the big number is minus. So it will give you minus 9z, and here we have minus 60 minus 40. The signs are same, minus 6 minus 4. Okay, means you need to add the numbers. That means 6 plus 4 is 10, but the sign of the big number is minus, so answer will be minus 10 and t is going to remain same, whereas 21 will be written as it is. So your answer is minus 9z minus 10t plus 21. Okay, so now let's do one more question. Here we have 3x need to be multiplied inside. So when you have like this 3x times 4 plus something like y, what you need to do, you need to multiply your numbers with each other first. That is 3 times 4 is 12, so x will remain as it is. Okay, so we need to multiply the numbers. So 3 times 4 is 12, right? X is going to remain same. Okay, the next one is plus y. Okay, plus y, that means 3x times y. What we need to do, 3 times 1 is 3, okay, and x times y will give you just x and y, because they cannot be multiplied with each other. They have different units. Means if I say multiply apple and banana, you cannot multiply and you cannot even add them. Okay, so it means we can just write them with each other. That means 3 times 1 is 3, and x times y will give you, x times y will give you simply x and y. Okay, okay, now this one expression is here minus 2. Remember, it's minus 2 times x will give you minus 2x. Okay, here I have minus outside and minus inside the bracket. When you have minus outside and minus inside the bracket, it means they are going to change into plus sign. Why? Because they are multiplying with each other and they will become plus sign. Okay, so the same thing we have to do over here. Minus 2 times minus xy. Okay, minus xy, it means minus and minus will become plus, and this 2 times 1 will give you 2. Xy is going to remain same. Okay, so what will be your answer? Minus times minus is plus, 2 times xy is just 2xy. Okay, so now we need to collect the terms. 12x minus 2x, and then it's 3xy plus 2xy. So it will give me 12 minus 2 is 10x, and 3 plus 2 is 5xy. Okay, look at the units. You can say that these are the units, so units are the same, that's why we can add them. Okay, we can add x and x, we can add xy with xy, but we cannot add x with y. Okay, in the same way, when you are multiplying x and y like this, x times y, your answer will always be xy. If you have a times b, it means your answer will be ab. Okay guys, so it was enough for today and you need to practice all of your questions. See you in the next class.